Hi travel lovers, welcome to A Wanderlust for Life. I'm Jessica, and sometimes this channel talks all about European gems, and sometimes we talk about expat and immigrant life here in Amsterdam and the Netherlands. And that is what today's topic is all about. It is going to be 12 things you are going to want to do as soon as you get to the Netherlands. Let's jump in. Now, moving abroad can be pretty scary, daunting, overwhelming, so many scary words, but I promise you, it is totally worth it. Even if you don't love it and you end up moving back home, you will have an experience that will change your life in one way or another. And I think it's an opportunity for growth and learning and all kinds of good things. The first thing you're going to want to do is register at the gemeente, which is our city hall. Amsterdam has quite a few around the city because it's a larger city, but every town has one, and that tells them that you live there. But it's all connected with your BSN, which is your social security number, which is what you will get when you register. See how that all works out? But basically, it's a system that we do not have really in the United States. You register to tell the government, the local government, that you live there. So there's like this centralized point that everything else kind of goes around, or at least that's kind of how I understand it. But basically, you want to get registered, you'll get your BSN, and on the same token, you want to make sure your immigration status is all set. So the gemeente and the IND, which is the immigration office, they are two very, very, very important things. And basically, you need to do one and then the other, but it gets a little confusing. So there are companies out there to help. I will leave some information down below for you. But really, I think it's pretty straightforward, even if there are some unclarities. Is that a word? That's not a word, is it? Inconsistencies along the way, but you will figure it out because you are going to be prepared. You are going to do your research and you are going to know what's what. Get a bank account. Now, to be honest, you will likely need this before you can start your job unless you have some international company thing going on. But basically, you need a lot of things in order to get the other things. So there's a few catch-22s, but honestly, you'll have to do some research on your own to make sure that in your specific situation, you are taken care of. There's just too many different scenarios for me to tell you like what's what, because it's very different if you do it on your own versus if a company is helping you with it. But a bank account is pretty easy to set up. We decided to go with the national bank here, ABN AMRO. But I also have a bank account with Bank, and that is an online bank, and I honestly really love it. The fees are a bit higher, but the convenience, the interface, and everything is a lot easier. But there's also ING is another big bank, and plenty of others. So do your research, see what maybe people that you've met recommend, or even what your office recommends. Next up is a SIM card. You'll want to use your phone, right? A lot of phone plans require you to have a bank account so that they can deduct everything. And that is something I find unique to the Netherlands. Now, keep in mind, I moved here in 2014. So a lot's changed in the US since I moved, but I love that everything here is auto-debited. Now, some people may really, really hate that, especially because typically you only get paid once a month here, which takes some getting used to, I'll be honest. But once you know all your bills and everything, you don't have to worry about forgetting. It'll just come out, and that is the same with your phone plan. And I think we have pretty good phone plans here, so you'll be spoiled for choice. Get an OV chip card. If you don't know what an OV chip card is, I will leave a link to a video up here for you that explains the different kinds of transit cards. Now, the video is designed for visitors, but when you live here, it's also nice to know kind of what the differences are between an anonymous OV chip card and a personalized OV chip card. And all it is your transit card. Now, I want to point out this is changing, like right now it's changing, so you can just pay, you can go in and out with your bank card. Now, currently you can still use your OV chip card. I think they're phasing it out in a few years, but the important thing is there will be different discount bundles. So I have the bundle that for the NS trains, our national train service, I pay, I think it's like €5 a month or something like that, to get 40% off peak travel on the train system. So that is anywhere in the country that uses NS trains, which is all over the country. I also pay €1 a month to get 10% off my local Amsterdam transportation, and all that is connected on my card. So until they actually start connecting all of that to a specific bank card, I would still suggest that you get the Ove chip card just so that you're covered and it's all in one place. I don't really like the idea of it being on a bank card, so we'll see what happens with that. You knew it was coming. Get a bike. Yes, if you don't know how to ride a bike, I do suggest trying to learn before you move. But if you don't live somewhere that practicing to learn a bike is safe or convenient, then just wait until you get here. I've seen people like just ask on Facebook for people to help them learn. There are plenty of different ways to learn, and I would always suggest that you learn on some of the neighborhood streets, not in the center of the city, and learn the bike rules as soon as you get here. There are different options to buy a bike. You can buy one of the used ones, and just, I don't really recommend buying a used one because some, if not many of them, are stolen, and there's this whole cycle in Amsterdam. I bought a new one for €500 when I moved here. I still have it. That was 8 years ago. And yes, bikes get stolen a lot. So keep that in mind when you buy a bike. If you go used, if you get new, and maybe you buy a more expensive bike that has like the GPS tracking or a Van Moof, which I think they actually go and find your bike for you if it's stolen. And so a lot of people don't steal the Van Moofs as far as I know because it's harder to steal. But get a bike. It will help you tremendously and save you a lot of money in the long run. Buy rain gear. It rains a lot here. It's not right now, which is a miracle. As I look out the window to a very dark cloud over there. It is, the middle of winter, so it's gonna be raining a lot. But yeah, get rain gear. You can either get it at home or you can buy it when you come here. The reason I would actually suggest waiting until you're here is there are brands designed here and designed for more Northern Europe weather. So it's actually kind of tailored for this area. Rains is a big brand. But yeah, as long as you get something that you know will keep you dry, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you get a waterproof rain jacket, not just a water repellent, because yeah, umbrellas get blown away a lot. So you really want to make sure your rain jacket is gonna keep you dry. This is just as important as all the stuff at the very beginning, but I just forgot to say it. Get health insurance. So within 3 months, you will want to get your health insurance. It really doesn't matter when you get it, you're gonna back pay all of it anyway. So if you miss it, you'll have to, pay for that. You can't just go around without health insurance. So the health insurance could be a video all on its own. I don't know all the intricacies about it, but what I do know is there is a national cap for your monthly payment, and that covers all basic insurance. So all basic insurance will be the same as far as I know, unless there's some weird rule that came through. And then the deductible will be the same for everyone, and that around €400, and that's for the year. Now for us, we upped our deductible to get a lower payment because we added different things to it, like extra dental, physiotherapy, like different things like that. So different insurances, the main differences will be what they offer on top of basic. So whether that is extra dental, eye care, like there's all different kinds of packages, and they also work differently. Typically, you can change your insurance, obviously, at the beginning of the year. I don't know that that's obviously, but at the beginning of the year. And then some do it quarterly, or you can move things around whenever within the policy. So you'll just want to look at stuff like that. There's some really good websites that compare all of it so that you know you are getting the kind of insurance that you feel like you need. Get a museum card. Yes, do it. Because, okay, guys, museum card, it's only around €60 and it gets you into so many museums all around the country and a ton of museums here in Amsterdam specifically. I mean, first of all, even if you don't use it, you're giving money to the museums. Second of all, when people come and visit, and they will, then you don't have to pay every single time. They're like, oh, let's go here, let's go there. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to keep paying the 15, 20, 25 euros. So I think it's a great option for absolutely everybody. We try to get one every year, like I said, just to support the museums, but also it's a really good way to, when you meet people and you meet friends, then you can have this thing to do and be like, hey, let's go to the Rijksmuseum this weekend. Would not recommend going on a weekend. That was just a bad example. But we have so many different kinds of museums that you can use it for, and it's completely free. Download all the apps. Everything that you think that you'll need, just do it. Get your Uber Eats, your Deliveroo, your GBB, which is GVB, the local transit system. If you're here in Amsterdam, your local transit system. If you're not here in Amsterdam, the NS apps, your flight apps, like all the apps. Just download all the apps. I think I had a blog post on this. I think I need to update it because things have certainly changed. Too Good To Go will save you some money if you're interested in that. So yeah, all the apps, go ahead and do that. And that way you will just have everything that you need, and ready to go when you want it. And then you're not out and about trying to like download an app, when you're on data, because that's never fun. Sign up for the Klantenkarte. Did I say that right, Dutch viewers? Basically, it's your customer card. And these things are just like they are in the US. They're just those loyalty cards. And some you can actually connect to other things. So like my Albert Heijn loyalty card and I think my Atos loyalty card goes into, what is it called? Sky Points? Sky Miles? Something like that. And then you can use that as a discount for other things. Or it'll take €5 off your bill once you reach a certain amount of points, or it gets you early entry into some interesting things that are happening. So it's just always worth it to get the cards. Some you do pay for. I think I'm not gonna say it right, the alcohol store, I think that one's €10 a year. And then it gets you a discount. So it depends on how much alcohol you drink, guys. Sign up for a Dutch class. Do it. Do it as soon as you get here. Seriously, you will thank yourself in 6 months. Just sign up for the Dutch class, even if you only get through the intro. And I'm not talking about Duolingo. If you want to do Duolingo or Rosetta Stone, whatever, before you get here, awesome. Go you. That is, I'm so proud of you. Even if you don't do that, sign up for a Dutch class because knowing the basics will help you so much. Get the numbers down, get the times down, get the dates down, know how to say your address and your phone number. Please, thank you. Like all those things, just get the basics down at the very least. I am 8 years in. I am still not fluent in Dutch. I am back in Dutch class. I'm so proud of myself. I'll pat myself on the back here because I fully believe that you should learn the language in the country that you live in, and I have not lived by that, and honestly, I am ashamed. So, I am back in Dutch class. I just had my second one this week, and it feels really good. My brain hurts a lot, but it feels really good. And I got a bonus one for you, you lucky ducks. So it is to network. This will help you find your friends. It will help you, if you are looking to change jobs at some point, if you're interested in starting a startup one day, or even just like to find like-minded people. I mean, moving to a new city is so hard. I'd have a whole video on how to make friends when you move. So I will link that at the end of the video. And I really encourage you to go out of your comfort zone. Some of my favorite things, and honestly, it could be as simple as going to the gym. Like sign up for a gym, go to the gym and do gym classes. Maybe you just want to go to dance class. You will meet people. Of course, you'll meet people from work. Go to people's parties. Like even if you're like, I don't want to do birthday parties, do it anyway because you will meet friends of friends. And let me tell you, that is so cool. Because like I just went to one of my friend's birthday parties and I did know the other people there, but not like super well. And it's cool because like my friend that I'm close to likes them. So they're good people. And I just think that it's really important for your integration into a new place to feel comfortable and feel like you're part of a community. And that is a great way to do that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to join our Patreon, join our community, get live streams, extra videos, first news about things. If you want to do that, I will leave a link right next to my head somewhere here. And subscribe if you aren't already, if you want more expat videos, Amsterdam videos, or other travel around Europe. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.